And yes, we are back with another episode of our Maserati F1 Manager series. I hope you're all doing well. And today, we're going to be heading to one of my favourite tracks. We're off to Austria in 11 days' time. And that's come off the back of two fantastic results for the team, and especially Kimi Antonelli. So again, if you've not watched the previous episodes, please do head to the playlists here on YouTube to the Maserati series, and you can check all the previous episodes before getting up to date and join us here for today as we head to Austria. And of course, if you want to know when all the latest episodes drop in this series, please do subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and if you can also do me a massive favor and hit that like button, super appreciated, really helps out the channel. And of course, please do get involved down below in the comments. But if you have been following the series, then you would have known in Monaco, Antonelli picked up our first win in this series, also being our first podium, but he followed that up last time out in Barcelona with another podium. It was a funny old race. We looked after the tyres and really had great pace in that final stint. Antonelli chasing down Charles Leclerc and was able to get on the podium. That one probably more of a lucky podium, as in Max Verstappen and both the McLarens retired in Spain. So without those retirements, we might have been looking at 5th or 6th. And that really shows on the podium where we had Lewis Hamilton winning it, Alonso in 2nd and Antonelli 3rd. So a little bit of a different podium, which was nice to see. But Antonelli doing big things for us. And Colapinto still very consistent, finished P7, so we're very happy with that. And we're not going to have a massive upgrade package for this race. We are now manufacturing new parts, so we've had 3 designs finish, just finished now, and we've got the rear wing as well. But by the time the rear wing's finished and we've manufactured these other parts, they're not going to be ready in time for Austria, but all 4 parts we believe will be ready for Silverstone. So Silverstone is going to be very good for us because we're going to have another big upgrade package, so very much looking forward to that. But today is all about Austria, so let's see what we need to do off track before getting into Austria's practice and then into qualifying. Oh no, real bad news. Maybe we won't have all these parts for Silverstone now because we've got a factory fire and we need to shut that down. We need to shut down the factory, which means it's going to pause all manufacturing for 8 days. So not good news for us here. And as I say, it might mean we don't get this upgrade package now, and Silverstone might be the next race, but we'll wait and see on that. Okay, sponsorship engagement has been achieved, target achieved, 3.4 million, no mandatory. Money-wise, we're absolutely fantastic, $32 million in the bank. And we've also got a new ATR period starting today. So let us get underway with some new designs. Let's go for a new underfloor. And we'll go to on CFD and 20 on wind tunnel. As always, we're going to bring this minimum lifespan right down. And where are we in terms of... Yeah, medium speed needs a bit of work, doesn't it? I think let's go for that. One engineer. 33 days, $1 million. And let's also go for a front wing. Again, minimum lifespan not all the way down on the front wing. We go there 2 to 4. F-flow down a little bit. Tyre preservation would still be increased. And let's go for that. One engineer, 44 days, $1.8 million. And we will do our first research project as well. So what have we got? Suspension's going to have some impact next year. So let us go for that. And we will... It's only on the downforce, so this stuff is not going to be affected. So we'll go quite heavy on this. And again, one engineer, $1 million. And we'll leave a design slot spare just to see what we want to do on that. Sponsorship plan for this month. Again, we're looking at these negative effects. Not weather center, no. Pit crew fatigue, we don't want. Sporting director talks we could do. Force center. Yeah. Race engineer interview, yes. Race weekend hospitality, that'll be pit crew fatigue. Got another factory event. Go with that. And we'll go for wind tunnel. That should be enough to confirm the engagement target. Okay, we have arrived at Austria then. Same old race targets, 18th for Harwood both. Let's jump into practice and then we'll join you again in qualifying. Okay, practice in Austria completed. Not quite 100%, but very close. 95% for Antonelli, 97% for Colapinto. Both high on confidence as we head to qualifying. Okay, we're out in Q1 then. Both drivers on their flying lap. Kimi's done a 16.5 first sector, matched by Colapinto. A little bit quicker from Colapinto. 28.2 middle sector. 28.1 for Franco. Franco going quicker then, it looks like, on this opening lap. Let us see what we do though. Antonelli's getting a bit of a tow. That might help him in the final sector. Set to 103. 103.3, and so does Colapinto. It's 9,000ths of a second between our two teammates. We like that. We like to see that. And yeah, do we need to? I don't think we'll need to go again, hopefully. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Under a minute to go in this session. We're not going again. I think we're going to safely make it through, although Mick Schumacher's gone quicker, which is a bit of a worry. Didn't see that, so hopefully we're not going to be jumped. Hamilton might be out here. Ricciardo's dead last. Is Bortoletto or Magnussen going to go quicker than Hamilton? No, Hamilton survives, and so do we. Into Q2 then, we set our first lap on a used set of tyres. Max Verstappen then got out of the way of Colapinto. I don't know if he's lost time. 16.6. Not too bad. It's not too bad. 16.5 for Antonelli. But Colapinto's going to need a green sector in this middle sector, as is Antonelli, because both are in the drop zone. Mick Schumacher doing big things in that RB today. He's in 10th currently. Well, what can we do through the middle sector? It's not good. It's not good. Looking like Colapinto might be out here in Q2. Schumacher's finished. He's going to need a massive final sector here for Colapinto. I don't think we're going to do enough to get through. Will Antonelli do enough? Here comes Colapinto. Antonelli across the line. He doesn't improve either. So the car analysis did show that our car wasn't that suited to this track. And I think that's been seen today in Q2 because we are out. P12 for Colapinto, P14 for Antonelli. Going to be quite a bit of work to do to see if we can get points in the race. But let's see what happened in Q3. Confirmation then that both our drivers out. Franco out-qualifies Kimi Antonelli though. 12th for Franco, 14th for Kimi. Work to do for points in this one. Might be a bit of a struggle. As I say, let's see what happened in Q3. And it's Oscar Piastri on pole. Max Verstappen second. Lando Norris third. Charles Leclerc fourth. Alonso fifth. Lawson sixth. Carlos Sainz seventh. Hamilton eighth. And look at this. Teo Pourchaire in an Alpine in ninth. And Perez rounds out the top 10. Let's jump into strategy then before getting this one underway. Okay, this is the strategy for both drivers then. Colapinto starts P12. He's going to start on the hard, go for a long run, then mediums, then finishing on the soft. Antonelli is not going to use a soft. That may change, but at the moment, starting on a medium, hard middle stint, then medium at the end. So Franco Colapinto will stop. First stop will be lap 29. Antonelli lap 24. So let's see how we go as we start this Austrian Grand Prix. Can we do anything? Can we get back into the points firstly?
Out and away we go.
As we get away, P12 as I say, Franco Colapinto, P14 with Kimi Antonelli. It's Piastri on pole. The McLaren's been dominant this year. The only man looking to lend a challenge is Max Verstappen. As we've got two cars out there, was that Antonelli? Oh, no, Antonelli's just been co-oping it. I think we pushed with Colapinto an RB out wide, and there was already an Alpine out wide. We won't get a replay because it's just pushed wide. Oh, it might be because of the overtake, though. This might show us. So I think we're going to see an Alpine already stranded. And yeah, just causes a bit of a traffic jam that Kimi Antonelli's got involved in. Mike, what team? This is Maserati. Oh my goodness, that's an absolute nightmare through there. Are we going to see... yeah, this is this traffic jam. That's really going to hamper Antonelli if they can't close up to the pack. Probably lost, what, 2-3 seconds there. We'll have a look shortly. 4 seconds, in fact. That group of cars has lost 4 seconds to the top 10. It's not good at all. Skiddy, hello. Yes, long time no see. Hope you're well. And now got a yellow flag. Ocon's out wide. Colapinto's past Perez. This is all kicking off the first lap.
The action closely here.
Colapinto. We must have Perez already dispatched then.
And they move into ninth.
And yeah, Ocon, as we see, he's pushed out wide. Ocon, oh, he locked up.
To take a look here.
So
Right,
Ocon's going to have a nasty old lock up here.
And the car just locks.
There we go. His teammate Behrman having to avoid him. So Colapinto's benefited. He started P12 and he's already up to P9. Antonelli is up a couple of places as well to P12. But as I say, they lost a few seconds to the top 10, so he's got to try and get that back. DRS now enabled. And we're having a little bit of a look on Lewis Hamilton. Can we be later on the brakes? Oh, Hamilton moved under braking surely there, and that's all a bit squabbly, isn't it? But we managed to get through. Both will have DRS. Although Hamilton not... oh, he has got DRS. I can say he didn't show his DRS, but he has got DRS. Can we defend this now from Hamilton? He's going to try and come through the inside. A bit late on the defensive work there. Only problem with Austria, you can be forced out wide. We saw it on the first lap, P1, and the corner there. I forget what corner that is. 4/5. You can be pushed out wide there as well, so got to be careful of that. Right, let's just have a look at what we're doing tyre-wise. I have to get into a bit of a rhythm now.
Try to go down as much as possible. Keep focus on our race.
Hamilton might use battery. We're trying to go back to neutral on the battery now. I don't think we're going to be close enough here. No, Hamilton's starting to pull away, but that's fine. We're settling into our strategy here, so tyre life is important. We want to look after that. Now watching on PC. Good stuff, buddy. Oh, we've got a serious crash now. Theo Pourchaire and Lance Stroll look like they're both going to be out of this one. Are we going to see Stroll locking up, or is this going to be... Yeah, that was not on, was it? Never on, Stroll. And I believe they're both out. It's just a yellow flag. Is that Alpine moving? Oh. He might be having a medical emergency in there. Okay, they are. I think the game is just glitched. They are going to get back going again, by the looks. So I don't know if they're going to come into the pit and retire because they've got significant damage. But whilst that goes on, Perez is getting past Colapinto. Here we go then. Colapinto has got Perez back on the outside. This is a nice move, but as I say, you can be forced out wide here. It can lose you a lot of time, so we've got to be mindful of that. Right, what I want to look at is tyre life. Antonelli, yeah, he's really struggling to break the DRS to those behind him, but he has got a nice little tyre delta. So I really want to manage Antonelli and get him out of this traffic. Well, he's the head of the traffic, but I want to break the DRS. Colapinto is just going to continue to fight Perez. You jump on board with Kimi Antonelli. Looking at the outside, that's going to get very tight through there, yeah. I think that's the way to go. Perez gets quite a nice exit there, but we've got battery, we've got DRS. Is Kimi Antonelli going to send it here on Sergio? No, quite poor. I have to go a bit more attacking there on the... bit more aggressive, I think. Tyre life, still looking very good. Perez down to 47%. Yeah, a lot of them absolutely destroying their tyres here. Colapinto is all over the back of Charles Leclerc, who's obviously managing his hard tyres. Right, Antonelli, come on. Now there's space. Now there's space for Kimi. And Perez doesn't want to give it up, though. We might be forced out a little bit wide. No, he squeezes us, but enough racing room left, and Colapinto has the DRS. Oh, he doesn't. Antonelli, sorry, we're looking at, aren't we? And Antonelli doesn't have the DRS, sorry, so he's got to defend this hard, and he does. So Antonelli gets that one done.
Is a 1.5 from you.
Addy, one stop with Colapinto. No, I don't want to do a one stop round here. We've got good tyre delta. Lawson's already in. So is Sainz. We're going to lose out in this first stint. Maybe in the second stint. But I think we're going to be super quick in the third stint. We just don't want a safety car here now. Safety car helps everyone else, but it won't help our strategy. So Lawson and Sainz in. Lawson onto the hards. Sainz onto the hards. Is he being held or it's a slow stop? I think it's a very slow stop. That's good for us because Sainz was ahead of us. Technically, I would say, as Max Verstappen is exploring the grass again here. What is going on with Max today? Colapinto is now actually past him. Verstappen's having a nightmare. Down to 44%.
Let's have a look at this.
See on the replay here, we're just going to see a Red Bull
It's certainly inviting.
taking some kind of adventure. And Franco Colapinto says, thank you very much. Antonelli's passed Verstappen now as well. Yeah, Verstappen really struggling. As I say, he's got some floor damage. He's been out wide a couple of times. And he was battling the two McLarens. He's now in P8. This is working well. Right, we need a nice clean stop here, please. As Verstappen is following us in. And this is about who can be quicker in the pit stop. And Red Bull are very quick, so we might lose out here to Max. 2.3. Oh, don't hold us. We didn't need to be held there, boys and girls. We could have been released.
What race?
Kind of given that to Max. 2.3. We're held for a good second, so that's more like a 3.3. But anyway, we're out. Gasly, we do cut this first corner, but I think Gasly and Mick Schumacher... Yeah, that's not ideal. And Verstappen being held for Verstappen. That is very annoying, that is. We could have done without that from the pit crew. So, yeah, Mick and Gasly are on pretty good tyre life, so we're going to have to do some work here.
He's 2 seconds from you.
Colapinto is just carrying on his way. So, yeah, Antonelli's going to have to get up to temp and get some overtakes done here.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Right, can Antonelli do this time? Yes, he can. Round the outside of Pierre Gasly, but... Oh, no, he does retain the DRS. That is helpful. Let's use a bit of battery here. Let's break this DRS to Pierre Gasly.
In front is Verstappen.
Alright, so Colapinto probably will drop a little bit back here. But it's going to be worth it for the next couple of stints, I think. Here we go. Hopefully a nice clean stop then. 2.4. We'll take that. We'll take that. Nearly a 2.5, but 2.4. And here is this battle, though. Is he going to clear this battle? That would be very nice. I think he is, you know.
Yeah, doing a good job there.
Oh, it's going to be very close because they've got their tyres up to temp. Yeah, Max might be past. We've got to keep Mick behind us, though. Oh, Max. Yeah, Max is going to squeeze through, I think. Although we have got the DRS. He hasn't. And we're using a bit of battery. No, Max just squeezes through then. That's fine, though. We haven't got caught behind Mick Schumacher. Right, Antonelli is getting past Mick Schumacher, is he? No, not quite. He has got DRS, though. Mick Schumacher hasn't, so hopefully Antonelli can finally get this one done. Yes, we should have this done now. I'm not sure if he's got the DRS to pull away as well, has he? No, he does give the DRS to Mick Schumacher. We've got to hold on to this, though. Can't continue to fight Mick here. Not good for our race. I might go a bit attacking here and use that battery just to pull that gap. As Colapinto is past Max Verstappen. Lawson's got a mechanical fault. A lot of cars struggling now on the grid.
But this is what happened. Now we're watching the action closely here.
Colapinto's going to send it on the inside. Later on the brakes. Max on the hards. Colapinto now on the mediums. He's done his stint on those hards. But he's not got much battery, so I think this will continue with Max for a little while here. Max just held on to the DRS there. Has he got it here as well? I think he's just about hanging on to it, but Antonelli
do your best there.
is going to be through and past him here. Max struggling a little bit. And Antonelli is through, so we're now running 8th and 9th in this one. And we're due to stop, what, lap 53 with Colapinto. Lap 54 with Antonelli now. As Leclerc finally stops then. So he's the only driver making a one-stop. Antonelli has used all his battery, but he has pushed away from Max Verstappen.
Try to slow down.
Which is Carlos Sainz.
Right there.
It's just had a lock-up.
Take a look now. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here. The wheels just lock up.
That's a nasty old lock-up for Sainz. His tyres are not going to be great at all now. Down to 39%. So we're seeing the second pit stops now. Alonso's now in. Colapinto is right on the gearbox now of Liam Lawson. Lawson down to 44%. Sainz has dropped right back, so we've dispatched Sainz after that lockup. And here comes Colapinto around the outside. Lovely move on Liam Lawson. Let's see the move on Sainz as well. We saw Sainz lock up.
Heading into turn 1.
Oh, and then he's forced out wide for good measure. Sainz loses 3 positions. Lockup has been very costly for Carlos Sainz. But we're past Sainz. We're past Lawson. And continue on our merry way there. Can Lawson keep Leclerc behind? No, he can't. So Colapinto into P5. We've got to make a second stop, of course. But Colapinto's having a lovely race here. Where are we going to come out? This is our final stop of the day with Kimi. We need a nice clean stop. Norris and Hamilton into the pits as well, or they would have had their pit stops because they're further up the road than us. Right, pit crew, wait to receive us then. Real slow. Oh, it's going to be painfully slow. This Jack. Oh dear, 8.2 chat. That's a 6-second slow. We'll be out in front of Mick, but that has killed Kimi Antonelli's race a little bit there.
It's been a slow pit stop.
Not ideal, that. Not ideal at all for Kimi Antonelli.
At the moment, we are P10.
So he's racing to the end now, and he's got to get the overtakes done. So we're at least in the points. We're at least getting a point, but work to do after an awful pit stop from the pit crew there. Just get his tyres into the window. Colapinto has got Bortoletto staying with him. Is Bortoletto on fresh tyres? He is. I hope Bortoletto doesn't, when he unlapped himself here, do anything stupid to us.
Full push.
Lap 53. So Colapinto's got a couple of laps to go. Oh, we've got a virtual safety car. We've missed the pit though. Oh, that's tragic. That's bad for Antonelli. Or is it? Has everyone stopped?
And there's been quite a crash.
Danny Rick has crashed. We've got a virtual safety car. Hopefully, Colapinto can still get in for this. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, Danny Rick picked up speed there on that accident. Mia, more gifts, too kind. Elisa, thanks for the follow, or Eliza. Alonso, yeah, he's in P1. LEG Dude, thanks for the follow. Right. Is anyone else going to pit? Does anyone else need to pit? They could pit, but they don't need to. So if Colapinto can get a cheap pit stop here, depends how long this virtual lasts for. It was our lap to pit anyway, so it's, yeah, no one else is pitting, so this could be absolutely fantastic for Franco Colapinto. What we don't want is the pit crew throwing out another 8-second stop, though. 2.3 or 4 or under, I would be very happy with. 2.2, lovely work. So we are going to benefit from this massively, aren't we? Where's Sainz? He can't overtake us now because we're past the safety car line, so we are coming out in P5 here. That Haas is lapped, so that's not an issue. That's worked beautifully for Franco then. All right, let's just look at this now then. So Franco's on fresh softs, going to the end. He's 9 seconds off Hamilton then, and then it's 18 off Leclerc. So I'm not sure we'll go too much better than 5th. But we've definitely got a chance of finishing at least 5th now with Franco. Sainz got past Colapinto. That's not ideal, but there we go. I think we'll have Sainz in the long run here. We were a bit slow off that restart. Albon's got a mechanical fault. We lost out to Sainz and Piastri there. I think we have, haven't we? Colapinto's not using his battery though. That's not ideal. Antonelli's tyres are up to 10. We can leave that on. Where is Antonelli?
Try to slow down a bit.
Right, Colapinto. Now he is using the battery. Now he's got DRS and he's got Oscar Piastri in his sights. Right, we need to reclaim these positions off Piastri and Sainz. And that's going to be the first done. Easy. Piastri really struggling with that ERS. I think it's an ERS issue he's got, isn't it? Yeah, Piastri's got an ERS issue, so that's why he's struggling. Right, Colapinto past Piastri. 3 seconds down the road now to Sainz. But yeah, let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to win on Sunday? Who's going to be the race winner in Silverstone this Sunday? Antonelli's got some DRS on Liam Lawson. I think he's a little bit too far back, is he? No, Colapinto, though, is getting back through on Carlos Sainz. That's good work. And he's going to get a back marker, hopefully, out of the way here. Got a Haas of, is it Ocon? No, it's going to be Ollie Behrman then. Ollie Behrman, we need you out of the way, but he will give us DRS here, which will be nice. He's going to give us a nice little slipstream and some DRS. He's not actually getting out of the way, though, for some strange reason. That's okay. You are back, Mark. You should get off the racing line. We don't want to be fighting you. Thank you. What is this Haas doing? Behrman, what are you playing at here? Behrman is fully racing us, and he's in P19. Watch him get out of the way straight away for Sainz here.
Good job at the moment. Piastri in front of you.
Behrman, what is Behrman doing? He's blue flagged, and he's out here putting up the defense of his life. What is going on here? He's attacking. He's actually attacking us, and now he just lets Sainz go. Behrman, what is that about? But Antonelli has now got a chance to get Oscar Piastri. Then it's 3.6 seconds to Carlos Sainz, who's down to 40%. Carlos Sainz has got to look after his tyres in the final 5 laps. We haven't. So we've got to get Oscar here, but we haven't got much battery. And the problem is we might drag Oscar with us because, I don't know, we should have enough to get this done, really. There we go, on the inside of Oscar. We've not done it yet, though. We will get another helping of DRS. Of course, there's 3 helpings of DRS around here. As we know from the most recent Formula 1 race, of course. On the outside, Piastri closes that off. Now he covers off the inside. Is that a double movement? I don't think so. Wasn't it in the braking zone? So we're all good there with Oscar, but Oscar is dispatched. And we should get DRS to pull away. And we do. Looks like we've got a bit of traffic coming up ahead of us, which could wreck our chances getting to Sainz, though. So Sainz is here.
Sainz, 4th second at the moment.
And we've got Behrman and Hulkenberg in between us. Yeah, Behrman and Hulkenberg are between ourselves and Sainz. We've got 2 back markers to get out of the way. Right, that Haas has got out of the way very nicely. I wasn't expecting to get out of the way that nicely, but they have, and we appreciate that. Because it's now just 1.4 to Carlos Sainz here. Antonelli could make this a 5th, 6th finish here. I think I'm pretty confident because Sainz's tyres are absolutely gone. He's got to look after them. This is going to be easy pickings. But Antonelli, the only issue is this back marker.
Available.
Yep.
I don't want to cause some kind of accident, and this is the problem with back markers. He's not getting out of the way. This is the issue. Why is he not getting out of the way? Hulkenberg, he is out of the way. Right.
No overtake now.
Right, this should be easy. This should be easy work now for Antonelli.
Margin to reduce the management.
Mia, do you think Arvid would be a good choice to be Max's teammate? I think Arvid Lindblad is going to be a very, very good driver. But yeah, whether you put him straight in that Red Bull, I don't know. I think he's going to be on the grid next year, though. Probably in a Racing Bull, I'd assume. Right, Antonelli, this should be for P6 then. Carlos Sainz's tyres have gone. We've got another back marker coming up, so we want to get this done now. We're alongside the Spaniard. We're going to have the inside line. And this should be job done. I think we're going to get the DRS. I think we were... Yeah, we are, because we didn't get the... we were last to the detection zone. So Antonelli is into P6. And I don't think Sainz has got the tyre life to fight this back. He's going to have to manage those tyres, because if not, he's going to get a puncture. We can actually attack with both drivers towards the end here. with 2 laps to go. It's been a very good race for us. Enjoyable race for Maserati. Started 12th and 14th, and we're going to finish 5th and 6th. But Lando Norris, he's won most of the races here in 2026, and he's going to win again here in Austria. It's Lando Norris that wins it. But L plan is in full effect as Fernando Alonso finishes P2, and Leclerc, the only man, to my knowledge, that's done a one-stop. It is indeed Leclerc, the only man that done a one-stop. He's well and truly made that work. Hamilton nearly got back to him towards the end here, but Leclerc is going to finish P3, and it's going to be his teammate Hamilton P4. And then our 2 drivers, Colapinto from P12, he finishes P5, and Antonelli, who started P14, is going to be up, what's that, 8 places to P6. What a race from Colapinto and Antonelli. It's P5 Colapinto, P6 Antonelli, and it's another race win for Lando Norris. Classification then. Lando Norris up 2, started 3rd. He wins it. Fernando Alonso up 3 to get on the podium. Charles Leclerc 3rd. Hamilton 4th. But look at our 2 drivers. These are mega drives. Colapinto up 7. Kimi Antonelli up 8, Sainz 7th, Max Verstappen 8th, Oscar Piastri 9th, and Liam Lawson rounds out the top 10. I think that might be his only maybe his 4th point for Red Bull this year, but we'll see shortly. As we saw, Teo Porcher was taken out by Stroll. That wrecked Stroll's race, penalties and damage. He finished 2 laps down, and Danny Rick crashed out as well. And any other surprises here? Not so much, no. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then. So yeah, Lando Norris has won, I think, 6 of the 9 races this year, or is it 6 of 10? Anyway, he's won a lot of races, and as you can see, he's got a great lead in the Drivers' Championship, even more so now because Oscar Piastri only picked up 2 points, so finishing 9th today. Charles Leclerc picks up 15, moves him up 2 places. He's now 3rd. Lewis Hamilton is 4th, very close between the 2 Ferraris. Max Verstappen had a few adventures today, out wide a couple of times, some floor damage, only gets 4 points. He's down to 5th in the Drivers' Championship. Kimi Antonelli remains 6th for us, as does Colapinto in 7th, and 16 points between our 2 drivers. Very close between these 2, and we're loving that. Fernando Alonso takes 18 points. He's up to 8th. Perez drops to 9th. Sainz is in 10th. Stroll in 11th. Albon 12th. Danny Rick 13th, and I was right indeed. It is only the 4th point for Lawson all season, so he's got 4 points. Red Bull put him back in the car here for 2026. Out of Red Bull's 101 points, Max has scored 97. And Lawson 4. That rings true for real life as well, doesn't it? Rest of the drivers yet to score. Constructors, McLaren, as they are in real life, look well on their way to winning this championship. They've got a healthy lead over Ferrari, and we're now building quite a nice lead over Red Bull. It could well be that we finish P3 in this Constructors Championship. We're now, 59 points ahead of Red Bull, who have struggled across the last few races. Aston Martin, though, with Fernando Alonso, they're getting good haul of points. They're getting close to Red Bull. Mercedes down in 6th, scored no points today, and Williams are closing in on them. Could Mercedes finish as low as 7th this season? RB kicks Albert, Alpine and Haas yet to score. Did we get any faster pit stop points? We got an 8-second stop, so we won't for that one. But Franco Colapinto's 2.2 stop does get us 12 points. And we are currently 4th in that. That's the best I've ever actually achieved so far. I think 6th we may have finished one year, so we could be on for our best ever finish in the pit stop competition. But that is going to bring this one to a close then. And what a great race. I really wasn't expecting that. Qualifying P12 and P14, I think we did have more pace than that. I was quite confident of points, but I certainly wasn't thinking 5th and 6th. I thought we might have been around that 8th, 9th place with both drivers. So really good drive. And Franco Colapinto, after being maybe outshone by Kimi Antonelli the last couple of races, although he's been consistent and we have no concerns with him, bounces back well today and beats Kimi Antonelli. But 5th and 6th, very good stuff for us and a really enjoyable race. And we are going to be continuing this F1 Manager series with Maserati with the next race, as it is in real life, in Silverstone. So we're going to be back very soon with the next one.